Ух, так, на чем я остановился? 2 часа ночи, время не двигается, пока не посплю. Не посплю. И я рядом закупал каких-то бомжей. Знает. Что за мужик?
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with...
Oh.
It's cold out here, but she's not where... Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
Huh?
Maybe she didn't hear you.
So should you.
You don't have to do anything.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah, well... Look, man, fuck that.
Your pulse rise. What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law. Your eyes are fixed on her as everything gets very... She looks down. Pretend. Make her meet you. The kid isn't arrogant. She's just afraid to look you in the eye. You already put her in her place.
You're right. I shouldn't have sworn. I'm sorry.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. Most men wouldn't exactly call her pretty.
Okay. No. A cell. Why? Okay, it's Burger.
A very common... You have little reason to doubt that's her real name. But she's not all that surprised by...
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Local... Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone. A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Nice. You could maybe bug someone with it. Wiretapping.
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure. Same place I got the recorder from. The Elysium. Oh man. You haven't been to the Elysium? It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
Oh yeah. Guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a
Hey, didn't Piss and Fuck the World mention Van Eyck too?
A skull thing? Man.
No, you don't. She's mistaken you for an old person. Say you're cool.
I don't know what that means either. That's cool. Sucks, man. Was there something else? About the contact mic, perhaps? Okay. Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think my boyfriend sold them. I don't know, man. Things.
Everything checks out, sire.
The musicians in the Elysium used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to...
The girl is cold all of a sudden.
I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesis...
She looks at the recording device. The thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. She is on some kind of stimulant. Amphetamine or methadone. And its effects are wearing off fast. She will begin to experience more and more valleys now. And fewer peaks.
No, man, fuck that. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
She's shivering a bit.
Yeah, maybe you were right about the hat. That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Elysium or something. Yeah, Andre and the guys.
And why is that?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. Music stuff mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold. Thanks. Go ahead. It's supposed to become like a club for a Nordic dance music, except that, yeah.
The floorboards are twisting, and the shooting beams are slowly cracking, like bones. There will never be a club for a not in a million years.
You know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made synthesizers and tape consoles, microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity.
You see clear, beautiful, violent flashes of light. Light cutting through a smoke-filled darkness.
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. Hey, you're a cop. Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys, because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, they're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something? Go ahead. Well, it's just questioning, right? You just question once or twice, yeah. I'm sorry I haven't had the rich people. Rich people are east of the river. Aren't they? I thought they were as vachelaire as any of us, just way richer. Maybe you're right. Rich people. Good luck crossing that river on your police salary then. The usual. I had a shitty run. You know, drinking, getting into fights. The ugly stuff that happens. Is this a rhetorical question? Okay. It's a huge ghetto just south of Jamrock. Come on, man, we're in it. This is North Jamrock, Martinez, sort of. The technicality. My dad was a drunk. Plus, I guess, I just wanted to drink too, you know. Get my party on.
She nods very cautiously.
Okay. Hello again.
Come on, get in.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts...
Hello, I'm Andre.
His grip is strong, sweaty and warm.
This is my posse.
The young man with earrings.
And Egghead. Egg! Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experiment. We have many in the pipeline, officer. You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospective...
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw
Places are...
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues. Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical...
Finally someone who understands the plight of narcomania. Play it cool. You might have an ally here.
I'm talking about the church. And I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of
Dogheads! Burnouts!
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we...
Strike that!
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and...
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze. Letting you in good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
Could be. We don't know for sure. But I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say...
Also, they don't eat or clean the... People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up.
Thank you, Ed. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever All right, man.
Andre is obviously very happy you took him seriously.
Yes. I asked Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in.
I had to do it in an hurry.
Of course. Not...
All right.
It's as if time has frozen somehow. You think you can say blam, straight in the eye, straight man up. It's nothing. Pick the goddamn key up, put it in your pocket, and
My bad.
he looks like he's genuinely sorry. He
As always.
Hi again. So,
Not long. Like a week, maybe? I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive. Okay,
I'm sorry too. Me too.
sure, man. Tell us what you want. Truth is, I don't really know. No, well, there's all...
this machinery is
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned. Empty.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Andre!
Oh, and it felt like they...
No!
Which other one?
Felt like
for this man. Even regular silence is awful.
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. Sure, why not?
But not really. Brown hair. Old.
What Noid's...
So brown and older, Ruby might have dyed her hair, though it seems
Like, you aren't alone.
It wasn't quite human.
non-human means
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the... Yeah, you know, the way...
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behaviour.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't...
You should ask her about it, but be nice.
the implications of this are too numerous to consider. There probably is no crap man. Don't let them draw you in with it.
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dope...
With a small surge of PEA, alertness fills you, as if to say,
It means like one of those rich boy private radio.
Not that we would know anything about that. We're getting derailed here. In short, you can tell to... You should talk...
with a small surge of
Good idea. Well, honestly,
why not? Let's go with that.
I'm 70% sure they're substance users. Don't... Sure. What? Oh yeah, that's a Meteor name for the founding party. You know, of Meteo. Meteo, a country on Muindi. On the Muindi Isla. Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know? I can't give you a... And they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericanassian church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. You're totally wrong about that.
The Pericanassian church is about love. I know love is unity.
Unity!
Make some noise for my Insulindian past.
You feel it, the anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing them feels good.
Your posse's like your people, man. Like you got your cup.
And where is your posse, detective? Nothing comes to you. The world is silent.
Oh yeah,
He's coming around. Are we?
yeah. Yeah.
He seems ecstatic that you share it.
Do it for the masses.
I didn't want to say it, but...
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head.
Yes. What? Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first... oh. It's the one they sell at the fuel station. It does.
Told you we have a smell problem.
Ether? I don't... No.
He sniffs the air, then shrugs. It doesn't take a forensic scientist to guess it's drug-related. Unlike the girl outside, however, the boy's breathing is regular. Their jaws stay put and their pupils aren't.
The what now? Oh, the old... I have a major sinus infection. Stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter. Can't... Yes, that's all nosefeds do.
Nosefed is the shit.
Sure. Here you go, officer. The noser. Blast away.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
As always...
The shaggy-haired girl.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? With the church? Great. Let us know if there's any progress, will ya? We've been... Oh, that.
She's less prone to blurting out, "Crab man."
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of... She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this... And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. Upside down like a crab. Down the church wall. He stopped right before he got to the floor. Then just hung there like that, looking at me. It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly. Why? I guess so. Anyway, what else? My associates? I haven't... Sorry. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they... Me?
High above and to the east, the cold winds blow over the...
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but... Hello again.
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of mink. The wind howls. It's real. Tell her.
What is? I know. I'll stick.
There is little you can do to help her now. But given the chance, something changes between you two. She looks at you.
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer? Come on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boyadero about it if you want to. What is it? Oh, really? So, the thing that's been eating you is rich people not having enough money? No, it sounds like you just got chick issues. Okay, why'd you think that? Wow, man, that's pretty symbolic. Okay, well, there you have it then, chick trouble. Not political. Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this cheek. Wow, man, that's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letter? How come you don't remember though? Is it like some selective memory thing? Man, when I get hurt, I just want to forget that. Yeah.
It's obvious she's done more than.
Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank. You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich. You're welcome. Might be for the best to keep that shit for.
Yes, but it itches really, really bad. A familiar apparatus, the reeds bend forlornly toward the sand. The constant, distant song, louder on this part of the coast, nearer some. This trap is also full of panicked local men. It's lonely doing this alone.
Waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards.
You're back. Good.
This is the trap Morel just set. Checking it over, he said. This trap's not the reeds rustle confidentially, while the residential. When this district was booming, the reeds were kept at bay. Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. This is the last of the traps. The reeds hiss and shake, and the later it gets, the colder. Remnants of the camp can still. This is the last. The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. No locust. No phasmid either, but still. Nothing. No traces of the locusts. The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others. Like the reeds continue to hiss around you as you put the empty trap back on the ground. The reeds, the later it... The dome-shaped plastic buoy bobs up and the buoy is not tied to anything. The number primitive, there's something. And just the water this side of a shot, another identity misplaced. There must be some cosmic conspiracy afoot. Heavy wooden door. The lock turns easily. Feels like electricity. As you do, you hear the echo of the doomed command. A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark in the heart of the... machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figure. This is the Ream Prefect. Radio computer model number RC. Better not touch it. Who knows what evils it may hide? As you step closer, you notice fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment. Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar.
Good evening. Votre accident on.
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log? Good. Please repeat the password. I am contractually obliged to protect the... Now, can you... No. Still? No. Received. Votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? I have 2 machines registered to this...
Saint Broom. That's the church. Rue de...
Anything else I can help you with? Good. Received. Votre accident. Sleep well. Votre...
The machine's keyboard is still... Nothing happens. The speaker comes...
Good evening.
The machine's... In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her, but cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts. The world is silent, but for the creeks, and the ocean feels distant. Its cold air seeps in through the crack in the glass. In the darkness, you sense her eyes on you, inspecting you. The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is as that soft word passes through your mind, you rise into the apricot-colored light of the window. The woman keeps smiling her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass. The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is Her Innocence, Dolores Day. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still. The highest category of historic individual, and more. An innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place. An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated. Packed. No, we are alone. 300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Muin, many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor, draped in ancient sadness. Are you sure you want to remember this bit of historic trivia? Standing the past. It's a silo of sadness, fermenting. Exactly. Back out of this many things, draped in ancient sad, terribly, Women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge. She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court. A court she was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent. It was on her advice that Irene Le Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale. Accostly, she was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is wow indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell, bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clear as did we all. The lands of the Mesk and the Occident, and even far away in a city called Advesperaskit in Vesper Messina, her homeland. The name of the city, she was dressed in a white and pearl dress on an emptied out plaza with the crowd far. Oh yes, she looked like humanity's young mother. Midwinter snow was beating the cobblestones around her. One of the men in this secret service killed her 22 years later. A young man, something that had walked in our midst, watching us stumble for hundreds, if not Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8 times. The man, thought to be insane, said he once touched her, and this inhuman quality was witnessed by many others as well, glowing lungs and all. It is commonly attributed to mass. Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic. Terrifying. It's a simple word. She was bad for humanity, and you shouldn't have started thinking about her. You already do. Although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, she was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocents. The Mesk state tried to detach itself from innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soul. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day, but she was not hell. She is the there you stand, below her once more, with your hands on your side, momentarily at a loss as what. The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax. The shards glimmer in the dark. You see little pearls of light on the edges of the crack. That's the mother of humanism stands above. The mother of humanism stands above you. A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one. And a text, a light motif below them both. Unknown. A motor carriage. A gunshot. Someone falling into it. The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses. Small figures of wise men, common men. Worshippers walk up the stairs to stand. Below both women, in luminous black letters, Après la vie, mort. And then along the left side, Après le monde, la gré. Brilliantly. The mother of humanism towers above you, a wax painting.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. It's good you talk to Andre first. Yeah, gotta compare. See if we... I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. Huh? I see a sticker. You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me? Seems like my creation has found its way into the league. The dead guy's smiling. He defeated history. We are living in the age of history, at the present moment, or maybe he's not dead.
Or drugged out of his mind, come to think of it.
Or drunk, or in a clinical coma. All glad to be the dead guys. He defeated it. Present, or maybe...
Or drugged out of his mind, come to think of it.
It should be sold, but not by us. The dead guy, he defeated the present, or maybe...
Or drugged out of his mind.
Yeah, that interpretation, I guess one could write an entire... Nah, you heard me. Weird stuff. Specialised. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Also, nothing's wrong with it.
The sickest. That's perhaps...
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's psionic powers, pale-related. The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some...
Yes. Further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve this would be by getting...
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up as though you're supposed to be sure.
Hardcore! Hardcore! Yeah! Lucky Earth!
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think? The young man.
This is hardcore. It's hardcore! Skibba-dee, skibba-danger.
Your cop training did not prepare.
Back to the heavyweight. Hardcore! It's hardcore! Skibba-dee, skibba-danger.
Your cop training.
The cloud. True, hard, full, car. Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent.
All car! All right! Yeah!
He furrows his brow as his very large...
Hardcore! Ah! Is it though? One mind, one spirit, there's no other word. The cloud, true, hard, full, car, hardcore! Hardcore to the internally coherent. All car, all right!
He furrows his...
Hardcore! Ah! Is it though? But is it? I mean, really?
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here, so that things get totally transcendent. But you haven't gotten there yet, so you don't know what to say.
Under the radar, over the top. We're close. True. Hard. Full. Hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent. All core. All right.
He furrows.
Hardcore. Is it though? But is it?
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy.
I am the mic enforcer. I am the We're close. True. It's hardcore. Skip it.
Your cop train.
We're close. True. Hard. Hardcore. Hardcore. Internally all core. All.
He furrows his.
Hardcore. Ah! The question is, what is the question? But there was a question? We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore. Internally coherent. All core.
He furrows.
Hardcore. The question is, what is? But there was no question. We're close. True. Hardcore. Yeah! Lucky. We're close. True. Hard. Full. It's hardcore. Skibberdy.
Your cop training.
We're close. True. Hard. Hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent. Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yakokata. The place to be. Yakokata. We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore to internally coherent. Good morning. It's the message. We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Here comes the nut. We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore. Internally all core. All right. Gotta get the people going. I'm the party boy. It's my job. 2 on a track. We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Here comes the. We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All core. All right. Gotta get the people going. Yeah. We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent. All core. Gotta get the people going. I'm the party boy. It's my hardcore party 25/7. We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore. Internally coherent. All core.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore. Ah! The question is, what is the question? But there was a question. We're close. True, hard, full, core. Hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent. All core. All. Gotta get the people. I'm the hardcore. We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore. Internally all core. All right.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore. Ah! The question is, what is the question? But we're close. True, hard, full, hardcore, hardcore to the mega, internally coherent. All core, all right, yeah!
He furrows his.
Hard. Is it though? But is it? I mean, really? No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
The skin on your back is crawling, for there is a hawthorn tree. On rudest, don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore.
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with it. Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its... Isn't something holding it back from being... It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
It is, isn't it? But how could it become harder core? I know the answer in my heart, but cannot sink it in my head. If this is not hyper, how could anything be? No! This is the... What? Guy! Oh yeah! I know!
But there's something else that hasn't failed you.
Uh-huh. Oh. Uh-huh. Oh. Uh-huh. Oh. Yeah! No nation, but trans nation! No...
Don't be a lunatic. Of course,
Yeah!
unless you were thinking Revershow imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with eggs yelling. I know what you mean. That's fucked up, man. Lying like that. He's not a communist. It's just something he like.
Yeah! With the... I could be a communist.
Please don't turn him.
Oh yeah, turn him into a communist. Come on, it would be super.
Aye! I could be an ultra if you...
Please don't turn him in.
Oh jeez, please don't do that. There's enough exploitation in the world.
Aye! I can do...
Please don't.
Oh yeah, sure. This is exact...
Aye! Oh, sure!
Please don't turn him into a...
I don't even know what to say to that.
Aye! Yeah! D'accord!
Basically, yes it is.
Lungs are for love! Love! In a woman...
A dopamine surge accompanies the words.
Lungs are for love! When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, her lungs started glowing through her body. I think so.
But that's what everybody saw. Explain it as you please.
All right!
The large head,
Good morning! Yeah!
you know it in your lungs where the pressure should vibrate. In
What? Wow, okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from? I'm sorry, I don't know anything about...
He feels ashamed. He can't be of more service to the future of dance music. The young man falls silent with a...
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape...
Yeah. Maybe that street talker across the pawn shop has got...
There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane, right next to the canal. A reel of magnetic tape is caught in its branches, like bronze ribbons blowing in the wind.
Oh, I know!
St. G is the boulevard before the canal bridge. The one that takes...
I knew that! I could...
And the
Привет.
mosaic sidewalk.
Привет.
But it's all blocked with that stupid traffic jam right now.
Does it?
Anyway, that's all your...
Cupman! Tape! Yeah! Spins the tape until the space... Alright! No! No, no! This is gonna make people scared! Keep it... Yeah!
Huh? Oh,
Hi again. So, how are things going? And? What happened? But you did see the machines, right? And the
Помнишь,
spooky
мы
water
говорили
basin
про
set up in
ламбусиста
the
элементов
ritualistic
Forza
circle in the
Edition?
middle of the church?
Ну, немножко говорили, да, что хорошо. в X-классе для прохождения скоростных участков.
I tell you, they're in there. You just have to give it another go. As always.
В этот день она мне выпала из велспина.
В начале игры, когда у тебя низкий уровень,
Hello
тебе
again.
будут часто выпадать хорошие машины. Ну, шанс несколько уменьшится. Хорошо, что мало пригодится. Так, продолжаем расследование. Ты чаша надо смотреть. Так, вот чаша.
Silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, and then it's gone. Almost, you can hardly hear your own breathing. The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Как игра называется?
Смешный вопрос. Даю тебе одну попытку
A
угадать.
shadow is emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you through. Yes, the darkness, it's climbing. It's not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial. Oh no, you've lost. Prepare for an attack.
Атака, в смысле атака? Походу
You see
сейчас
something hanging from the
завалит.
rafters, looking. Maybe it's possible to.
А, нет, не атакует. Отлично. Попробуем пообщаться.
Ха-ха-ха, я понял.
Is that a man? A man made of the
Diego.
same stuff as the carpenter, the crab man.
Человек-краб, ни хрена себе.
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will...
Hey, and what was that about? The bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately.
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you. Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence. And you don't even know it.
Я посмотрел твои первые видео на ютубе, прикольно.
Да, они были забавными, как говорят мои знакомые.
I was like you once. Just
Look at these crazies. What is this shit?
don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes. This is the church of the mother of silence.
This mother of silence sounds like a serious player. You might want to be careful until you find out what you're dealing with.
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone. Nah, ese, it's not like that. Tiago's my name, by the way. Though those syllables don't mean much. Your place amongst your fellas. Your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore. That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters. This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. A way out. I circled it. Nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it.
Кстати, я почти дошел до Порше за задание, только не могу прыжок выполнить на 600 метров.
А, на 600 метров? А там в каком классе надо прыгнуть? В С2? Тебе нужно Хеннесси Веном Или Кёнигсек Джеска. Кто-нибудь с максимальной скоростью.
No, no, no. There's a new god in town. And she can be painted.
S2.
Oh, she is a cavity in the dark. Beyond
998.
She saved
Понял, понял.
but I couldn't describe her.
Нужна тачка с максимальной скоростью.
No one can, Holmes. And no one ever will.
Может, есть Римок?
Ну да.
Или Кёнигсек. Хеннесси вряд ли есть, но тоже неплохая.
His adoration is beyond sexual. This cavity is something that no human form has.
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, I won with the state of the world before react. It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith.
У Еска управляемость хорошая.
Нет, управляемость плохая.
Я не помню.
Она нужна для того, чтобы просто прямо ехать. Там не нужна управляемость.
I know it will take time. Don't sweat it. I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory. I don't. You may be thinking, but I'm a seraph. I ain't from no Marietta, if that's what you're thinking. Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here. I've been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, eh? It didn't belong to me. I think they were. A long time ago. I had to shed them like skins. To get
Если
close.
только ламбу продавать, хотя смысла не вижу, ведь она лучше их.
Blending into the shadows.
Ламбу не стоит продавать, она пригодится тебе.
Police raid a while back.
Просто посмотри по статистике у машины, чтобы была максимальная скорость 10, ну или близко к 10, и затюни ее на максималку.
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget other spooker. Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. No, I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young.
Wait, what if it's Ruby?
You mean like a fugitive? No, man. Quite the opposite. I don't think she cared much about it. That's what I said, Holmes. Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she...
Or search through her radio computer.
Too many times, Essay. You need it for something. Don't sweat it, Vato. The password is afterlife.
That is true. But what comes after death?
What you think of that? Makes me almost pity Lani. I think we're done here, Essay.
Tremble. The time is now. Time for the No. You can. No. You can. No. You. No. No.
Представляешь, вот помнишь, я выставил 2 тачки Пагани и Мерс, после этого рынок закрывался и мне их не отдали, и как будто их и не было ни денег, ни тосек.
Да, 2 тачки, может, после этого рынок закрывался, и их не отдали. Опа, это плохо. Это реально плохо.
Is that the crab man? The man leave.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy. Here you can...
Hey, and what was that about? The bottle.
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you.
Диалог.
Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence. And you don't even know it. Not all of...
Look at these crazies.
Don't trust me. This is the church.
This mother of silence.
Never known myself to be. I always thought of I was in a gang way, but my memories
Вообще это
of
норм,
that
что
time
спор
are
зайдет.
fading.
Нормально. Мелочи жизни не парься. Играй дальше.
Nah, Tiago's your place amongst your fellas. Your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place. And that's not quite right. We are all. This is. I circled it. No. She is
his adoration.
I will be in sin. It's not like that at all, man. It's just fake. I heard that.
There are drugs darker than alcohol circling your.
She took you for the mother would
Ладно,
eat
я
all
попозже
of
зайду.
And
Давай, я пока почитаю. Листаю диалоги, где остановился.
I know it will take time. I'm a Seraph Holmes. I ain't from no hard to been spending a lot of time here ever since. I think they were.
The sinewy figure lingers.
Police, not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me. Wouldn't bother me none to have them spin music in here. I'm usually way up there. Might even be nice.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
Other spooker? No.
Wait, what if it's...
You mean like a... No, man, that's what I don't really follow. I'm afraid.
Or search through her radio computer.
Too many times, don't sweat about that.
That is true. But what...
What you think of that? I think we're done here, essay.
Tremble.
Всё,
The
отлично.
time is now. Ta'ola. Time for the show. For Ta'ola. The hallowed time of fear and disintegration. Ulogu Theodos. Xeno Zausin. Ipoli. Monday morning. The moment you arrived in this reality are the first crack in the sheer face of God. Yes, you spoke the words of the Palindropos and the houses of Pericarnassus. Items, people, even words will tumble. All will lose it's totally also a coping mechanism. So you should be. Perhaps, just a thought. This has something to do with the hand. The face of the woman fractures. There will be...
Так, апокалипсисом посмотрим, что дает.
Hey, her Innocence Dolores Day liked little figurines, right? Liked holding little men between... You have the headless Fallen Rider figurine. You should give it to her. Win her back. So very, very, very nifty. Nifty and mysterious. The mother of human... Why? That does seem to be a problem. Maybe you meant... I don't know. What are we thinking of? Only a strange... The mother of humanism towers above you. A wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her. Why? That does seem to be a problem. Maybe the mother of humanism towered. The machine's keyboard is the speaker.
Good evening. Votre accident on Saint-Brun. This is the East Insulindian Rapid Station 1. Good. Please. Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Sleep.
The machine's keyboard. The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary. 6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that. See? Even one of the spookers. What was that about narcotics? 7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next, 8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna. Had some problems setting it up. Called Simo for help. Artists, yet again. Harassing citizens, but at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand. 12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on. 25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss. A shiver runs through you as you look. 28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real and I'm not just losing my mind. March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came. March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do any. March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping ping energy drinks. Water. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Папа, нас запалили.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see. No one's hiding here. It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. What is it? No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper. Yes. Or...
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens.
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of program. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you. Nope. Yes. No, you're right. I'm not. What? No, no one's suspicious around here. I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything. I use the AR1 as my RAIN prefix processing unit. Mm-hmm. Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you? All right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. On the front. The unified front of radio waves. It's all around us. That's... I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable, but it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operation. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieux that...
She liked telling me this. It calmed her nerves.
I'm working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light casts in her face in a strange shadow.
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the... They are connected to my RAIN prefect. Whatever you do, Just please don't move them, okay? Great. You really like those questions, don't you? I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out. I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal...
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that. Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible. What do you think it is? What qualities does...
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
I don't know. Are we? That's what I'm trying to figure. You measure it by its surroundings. By that which does exist. Which is what I... But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
But does it have anything to do with necroplasmic life forms? Ghosts, in everyday parlance.
Ghosts? No, I don't think so. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in them either. Great. What are we talking about? And why? Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made. Strange things may flourish.
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow. I know. No, I don't.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning. Her hands type in hundreds of commands into...
Because it's just trial and error. Trying to locate the Swallow, and I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work. Great. Thanks. The Swallow, you mean? Great. Thanks. What? I hate it. Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a night... Take a guess, why don't you? I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Hi again. So, how are things going? Yes? What's the Oh, man! Who is he? What did you think? Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church? No matter. Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get...
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
I guess it's not a massive problem.
Everyone is welcome. Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her? A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub? Come on, man. Who will you trust? Feel the love! Get down and feel it! You'll get there, believe me. Anyway, now that it's settled...
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in...
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And in...
Unity! Dance!
And you can't just evict her?
Look at you!
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way on. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church.
The line's in the dark!
At least Crabman seems like an...
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like anodic dance music?
Egghead cannot believe what you just said. It makes him pump the jam.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think? Excellent! Good luck, my friend. Goodbye, officer. Hi again. So, how are things going? Goodbye, officer. Hi again. So,
Okay, so the Speed Freaks want to start a club for dance music. That much checks out. Indeed. Plus, all in all, you really can't tell.
Goodbye, officer.
Hello again. It's supposed to accept that.
The floorball, there will never, not in a million years.
Go ahead.
Yes, what is it? I don't want to make anything work. Yes, anything.
It's not the anodic dance music that's made her bitter.
That's right. If we couldn't get our Welkins to happen, I don't want anything to happen. Ever.
There's not a trace of irony in her voice. She means it.
Yes, what is it?
Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
She thinks about it. A glossy look in...
All right. Bring me the game's offside copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself. It's a backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on.
She's making it extra.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady. That's her name, I believe. Good. Then you might know the giant ice... In the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you. It has red...
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying...
Wait. A note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory? Jawiza. Of course. Our project lead, Suliswov Jawiza. God, he was always so like it would have made a difference. The offside copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data and the heads. I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker. This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or...
There's a solution, but she doesn't want to hand it over to you yet. It's a thing.
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means. Of course not. Anyway, I don't have my keys anymore and because she's from Martinez. And people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil. Yes, but she literally started praying once I came in one morning, only to... Thanks. And here's my Qualsund multi-tool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offside copy, then you...
It hurts a bit for her to say this. She's not too happy. This glorious multi-tool makes a regular pry bar completely obsolete.
Yes? Thanks. Yes, what is it?
Hi again. So, how are things going?
A number of things. How about gather around, kids? The young speed freak puts down the one with the large head. Their would-be leader is less amused.
But you still are. What happened? That's a real downer.
The young speed freak, he senses something is wrong.
Fuck, man. It's difficult to get along with some people. We don't need you. Shut the fuck up, Egg.
Climb down from the equestrian monument, cop man.
We know she has a problem, man. We're working on it.
Underneath, he is furious she ruined it for them. This means...
What exactly is it you know? I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
What do you mean, friend? It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about... What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
He said it was for his nose. What and of all cellular-based life? What's your point, Lawbringer?
Make up your mind. First it's the sweat, then it's the ether. No shit. That's... Come on, that's... I meant to say, not true. What do you mean?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost... The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this.
Really? You wanted to just ask me about something else?
He thinks for a moment, then opens his mouth.
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not going to turn the church. Because we are! We just got to turn it into a speed lab first.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month... No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would... But the sign was way off, too. So?
This is it. Judgment time.
Yeah! I knew it. It's impossible now. No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to... There needs to be a club for Nordic music in there. Needs to. We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there.
This will be nothing. You can hear the ice crack underneath you. Outside, the last century waterfront development is crumbling in the wind. A grape-shot row of falling houses. And so is...
What? Okay, we'll try to do it without the drugs. We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels, and nothing... From here on, it'll be straight all the way. Goodbye, officer. Huh?
The large-headed...
Good morning!
Hello again. I did, and I'm sorry. For what it's worth. You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are
Indeed. She merely tried to omit the truth instead.
I know, but I knew you'd see through their plan too. May I ask? What did you tell them? Thank you. I'll get them under wraps, I promise.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around. This orange machine is dead still. It has. This orange machine is ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant Gewaltsam. Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign. Disappointment washes over you as you stare into the almost empty ice cream maker. Your stomach grumbles. The fridge is. You gently lift the cube from its frost. Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the pressure? Tiles on the cube ask. Nothing happens. The speaker comes.
Good evening. Please repeat. Is this the product? Good. Good. I've unlocked Fortress Accident. Is there anything else I can thank you?
Tiles on the cube with a quiet determination. The printer starts printing. A piece of paper. It's a project report written by the lead producer, Andrew Andy Schott. About Wirral. The first few pages give an overview of the capital and workforce, while the rest in its short time of existence. Fortress Accident, the first tranche of seed finance. Eventually, the damage reached 400,000 real. Let's just say it was a real adventure for their Igaun. Fortress Accident employed 18 people, the bulk of the team, and a single overburdened producer who developed. But on the other hand, their obligations were piling. Why did Fortress Accident have so many concept artists? It didn't. No, definitely not. A few more producers could have come in handy though. One of them even managed to steal some valuable company property before skipping town for good. The production schedule depicts their glorious descent into not the concept artists. It wasn't even the writers. With their it was impossible not to fail. The project was too large. They tried to make a 4 million real game. They thought they could bridge the gap with pure. They couldn't. No. Even then, success remained within an that is, until they discovered the Valley of the Heads. At the 11th hour, the lead designer, Jimsk-born Sulisław Jalisa. This place was to be the Valley of the Heads, where the heads of all the headless constructs. So many. The last count, there were approximately 10,000 heads for 10,000 headless men, all of which could be. Do you really want to know? There seems to be a calculation here, but it may take a while. What if you broke the radio computer? What if it's never going to stop? And that's, well, yeah, that and the catastrophic data loss. nature of the data loss, there's ominously little information in the production log. It comes at the very end where things get fuzzy and dark, where tables and what is clear is that one day an unidentified numeric anomaly occurred on the East Insulindian Lintel front. Just as when the project was returned, it was complete. The team spent weeks on the phone with Lintel, the service provider, but despite their diagnostics, they could never produce a satisfactory explanation or pay for the loss. Always read the term, and let's face it, they didn't have any money left for illegal. Mysteriously enough, it seems that the offsite copy, it was the lead programmer's responsibility to oversee weekly maintenance of the offsite copy and, well, S. Lukanen Kilda, the lead programmer of Fortress Accident. The offsite copy was on. I didn't have a home anymore, so I started keeping it in the basement in the ice bear refrigerator near where I went to. That's not what her colleagues thought. The production schedule ends with a few random notes that seem to be added 4 months later by an unknown author. I am the only one left, and it's gotten rather damp here. A few still haven't got an answer from Lintel about what happened. I have compared the coordinates to a map of Revachol West. Turns out it's only 800 meters from here. Sandbrun 1147. That's what the street sign next to the church said. Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. Casting, the filament slides out of its glowing nest. Like a smooth draw, the filaments, nothing happens. The speaker.
Good evening, please repeat. Good. No, that's not it.
What does she mean? That's not it. What's the password then?
Received.
Don't worry. Passwords of
Fortress Accident. Is there? Thank you.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. The filament slides out of its glowing nest.
Yes, what is it? Yes? No, that's the production schedule you stole and accessed without authorization. I don't need it. Thanks. Looks like it's the one. Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it.
Wait, no. That's dangerous. She shouldn't do it.
No, it's not dangerous, just depressing. I have a theory. Lintel was able to divine the anomaly's location from this broken copy. I want to watch. What an intricate display of failure.
The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a cold sweat trickles down your spine. This is spooky as hell. Sorna doesn't reply, her hands running over the printout.
Here, I found it. Hold on. Just give me a second. I'm done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly. found the coordinates!
She's beaming. You great job.
Thank you!
Time for a celebratory drink, perhaps. Just a thought.
There. In the swallow. Think you can help me again? I need you to go move those water bowls for me.
What an interesting proposition. Truly a task for the intellectuals, solving the puzzle of water bowl.
Figure it out? No. I don't need you. Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick.
What? She only wants you to follow instructions. Nothing
Come on. Can you please just go and move the water bowl?
It's awfully silent again, as measurements have been marked down around the bowls, each chalk-drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor. It moves like a ghost. This task is an insult to your mental skills. Some water spills out. The lead programmer sends you an encouragement. Time to run back, or maybe walk. This is a sacred place.
Yes, what is it? Great. Everything should be aligned now.
Miss Know-It-All is hesitating.
Yeah, nothing. If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes. Honestly, I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. I mean, what sound does the nothing make? What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is... I don't know. I'm just scared. Maybe it's going to be something terrifying. Maybe I'm just...
Let's think about this logically. Why would nothing be terrifying if it's, well, nothing?
Because it reminds us of death. And we humans tend to think that death is pretty... Yeah, you're right. Let's do it.
And then, nothing happens. As Sona, you can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that quiet in the... She doesn't answer. Her eyes closed.
Damn it! No, of course not. Not...
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something...
No. No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have... But this is just another failure. You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But...
Silence is silence? This can't be it. You should have a listen.
Yes, what is it?
Everything disappears. You are draped in silence like a drowning man, and then the pressure changes. It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop. What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it?
A better sound system? Alright, but where would we get one?
Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing us...
You mean the speed freaks? Of course! The speed freaks! They have a fan... I guess I could live through a week or...
Brilliant negotiating there, detective.
Sure. Let me know how it goes. Thanks, officer.
Зажгем за час. Всем пока.